Good morning. How is everyone doing on this wonderful Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the United States who celebrates Thanksgiving. Good morning, Zach. What's good, Thuna? How is everyone doing? This is going to be a pretty short live stream. We're going to talk about DeSci, of course. I have a special guest down here, a little doggo named Bug, who is in here visiting for the live stream. Now, what you're looking at right now on the screen is Bitcoin dominance using Heikin-Ashi candles, which helps us identify trends pretty clearly. And you can see right now that this massive green upwards trend in dominance has officially printed a red candle. If we can break below this moving average, I think it is a very clear indication that the trend is over and dominance is on the way down, which could not be more exciting for any one of us, as we've been talking about it for a very long time. All of us here are altcoin heavy, and so seeing dominance come down is the greatest Christmas gift we could possibly get. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of a sale in the markets, which is pretty exciting. Not a crazy big sale. Oh, we got another guest. I'm gonna go shut the door though, because I don't really want them just walking in and out like this. So, you're gonna stay in? Okay, thank you all. But Bitcoin having pumped like crazy is having a little bit of a pullback. It's honestly nothing to even pay attention to. 3 weeks from now, 2 months from now, we won't even have acknowledged that there was any kind of a pullback. But what's good? We got Crypto Hub in the house. Let's go. MK's here, DeSci's here. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Hopefully you guys are ready because it is Shill Day. It is DeSci Raid Day, right? So everyone from DeSci Shillers, I fully expect to hear back tomorrow on reports of you drunkenly explaining decentralized science to all of your family. I want to see video clips of it. I want to see text messages of it. I want to see the actual proof that you guys are out here in the streets onboarding people. Someone on X said today is the day that we are going to see an excessive amount of new onboarding to crypto, as almost everyone's portfolios are up pretty substantially. And yeah, it's probably going to be a lot of shilling of crypto in the holidays right now. What's good, Joe from X? Do you think niche sectors eventually will decouple from Bitcoin since they are based on IRL industries like DeSci, DePIN, RWA? Yes, but probably not this decade. Realistically, Joe, probably not this decade will we see a decoupling. As long as, this is actually a good stance, BTC.D. As long as Bitcoin dominance is up anywhere above, honestly, 30%, I don't think that we'll see a decoupling at all. As long as Bitcoin dominance is not breaking down lower than the low that it set here 2 cycles ago at 35%, as long as Bitcoin is more than a third of the industry, I don't think we'll see any kind of decoupling, and Bitcoin is going to continue to be the leader in the entire industry of crypto. Eventually, I think dominance will fall down. If all of our aspirations for crypto come true, then eventually dominance will plummet. I think Bitcoin dominance is going to go to 70 in the next year. Well then, Joe, I very much so disagree with you, but if it were to go to 70, we would be sitting in a lot more pain on the altcoins. There would be no point in holding any altcoins if you think dominance is going to 70, then you want to just be Bitcoin heavy for the most part. I think we're at the peak. I think that was the peak and we're going to start trending down. But who knows? We'll see. I'm obviously biased because I have all of my money in altcoins, right? So Amir, Research Coin will hit $6 billion market cap in the next 3 years. God damn, Amir, you are bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. I think there's a good chance Research Coin hits up at like 4 billion next year, 2025. I think there's a real possibility in something like that playing through. Reason being is that most altcoins are complete trash and liquidity is ultra low, making market caps fake. I'm biased also, 60% of my holdings are Bitcoin related. All right, so you are in line with the dominance of Bitcoin. Yeah, a lot of altcoins are garbage, but if we're gonna see altcoins actually come to fruition with real world business models like real world assets or DeSci or DePIN, we're gonna have to see a decoupling eventually, and dominance is not gonna prevail. Bitcoin, this is like a multi-deca-trillion dollar industry that we're in, and it's only worth like 3 trillion right now. Bitcoin can't be the number one in all of that. If we're going to tokenize everything, Bitcoin, it just doesn't make any sense for Bitcoin to be like more than 30% of all of it, you know? Crazy. Fair take. I appreciate it. Of course. Thank you for the question. What's good, Boo Lee? Happy Thanksgiving. We got DB in the chat. We got Zach asking a wonderful question. Are you doing any grata trunca at the Thanksgiving table? I don't know what that is, my guy. If you get my stream banned here. Swedish meaning to cry or more colorfully weep in blubber and runka. Okay. Mods! 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 Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Thoughts on Aptos? Aptos, I have not really paid too much attention to it. It's one of those projects that I think is going to perform pretty nicely. It's already up over 150% from the lows here. I think Aptos has a really good chance at setting new all-time highs this cycle. Obviously, it's its first cycle, but I don't really see much activity going on Aptos. I just don't. Like, if you're in the trenches on Crypto X or social media, you don't really see many people being like, yo, I found the next big meme coin on Aptos. And so I think in order for it to really take off, it's going to have to kind of cater to the industry and have people... We'll see signs of it, right? But that doesn't mean it can't like double or triple from here. I mean, getting back to all-time highs is just about a double, so... We got Derico, we got DB, we got Cryptopreneur, we got Jimbo, we got Beagle. Let's go. Everyone's rolling in now. Everyone's rolling in. I was a little bit nervous that everyone would be hanging out with their families and wouldn't have the chance to come live with me. But clearly you guys, just like me, have no life and love just staring at the charts. More bullish on Genome. I don't blame you at all. Genome is gorgeous. Not genomes, but just Genome. Genome is looking beautiful. Down 11% today. Let's go ahead and look at some of the main movers today. Let's refresh the screen. What the heck is that, Zach? I agree. Rizgiven is pumping bullish. I will not be pumping your bag, Jimbo. No. You can chill your bag, but I will not be pumping it. What happens if KYC fails? Do you get refunded? Yes, DB. I'm assuming you mean for the Poseidon DAO pre-sale. If your KYC fails, you will get refunded. So right now, Brainworms is up 45% on the day. That's kind of funny. Up 100% on the week, a $1.2 million market cap. We got Riff and Euro pumping today. Hell yeah. A little bit of a rebound finally, because those things have been bleeding. Those things have been bleeding pretty aggressively. We got Axon up 19%. Merry Christmas, Axon. We got the Innovation Game. We got Track. We got Galeon, VitaDAO, ETI, Rejuve, Trail, Research Coin. Everything going pretty well today, actually. The whole place up 10%. That's actually kind of crazy to see everything up 10% today. It's probably because Track is moving, and Track makes up such a big chunk of the market cap that it going up 12% is going to drag the whole of the DeSci category here. Patrick is my new life. Bullish. Bullish on that. I'm bullish because even a meme coin shilled by Brian Armstrong will shoot to 1 billion market cap. This means that people will notice that he is the CEO of Research Coin, and it's a no-brainer. I agree. That alone, with the current state of the crypto markets, that alone is enough to send Research Coin to $1 billion. And Research Coin is nowhere near $1 billion right now. It's a very easy 10x from here to get up to $1 billion. Even more than that. I think it's got a real possibility of hitting upwards of like 4 billion, but I'm going to keep it at 1 billion just so I don't get too overzealous. DB. Yeah, I mean, I would use your family. I would have it your... Okay, I can't say that. Never mind. DB, I like your thinking. One Noble News, Delroy silent recently. Yeah, he's every time he tries to come into the chat, everyone harasses him, and then he gets distracted from the actual work. So he basically was like, I'm gonna just finish the product and then launch it, and everyone can kind of just suck it up. And I know that's not what anyone actually wants to hear from him, but ultimately, you don't get open access to a CEO of a company. You just don't. That's not how it ever works. I know in crypto that's how it works, or that's how people expect it, but you just don't. So I am encouraging him to just go finish the thing so it can launch before the end of the year. I would love it if he was in the chat answering everyone's questions, but the questions are always the exact same and they consistently are getting answered. So he's just like, Well, frick this. Yeah, no, it's a valid question because he has gone a little bit silent over the last week or two, but it's just trying to finish it up. I am in the chats with them as they're finalizing the little touches and everything, so I'm seeing it and it looks pretty delicious. It looks pretty good. How is track even DeSci? Did they just add DeSci as a buzzword, or is it always DeSci in last bull run? I think they kind of just added it as a buzzword, but they're doing knowledge graphs, which is the same thing that private AI is doing. Knowledge graphs is something that a lot of different projects out there are doing. It's basically like you upload a set of data and then it translates the data set into an AI readable set of data, knowledge graph, so that the AI can decipher and see connections between multiple data sets. So it's pretty good, but it's not original. And Origin Trail. It's not really, I mean, it's already $500 million market cap. And so for me, it's just like, it's too big. So is it the full release or is it the testing? It is the full release, but again, it's going to be marketed to people who actually are going to use it, not just degens and crypto people who are going to come on and say when moon and posting stuff like that, you know? But it's looking good. Live also. What about live? Live. Isn't that yeah. Live streaming till $100 million market cap. He almost got there. $25 million market cap. He almost got to 10 cents. It'd be crazy if it did it. I would not bank on it too much. Let's go look at RIF and Euro. So definitely showing signs of life. However, it's still got a long way to go before it can go back up to those previous highs. Euro holding up a little bit better than RIF, to be honest, but it didn't go quite as high. He grabbed some whales yesterday. We pump DeSci. I know. We pump DeSci stuff, my guy. That's what we're here for. Again, for anyone who's joining, who has not come to a lot of the live streams, we go live at Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, even on holidays. You see that? We're live right now. It's Thanksgiving. We, today on Thursdays, do something called the DeSci Raiders. We go and we raid different communities to talk about decentralized science, bring awareness to what's going on, and ultimately to shill our bags to the DeSci curious individuals. Today, we're all doing an IRL raid, and I expect in the Telegram, which I opened the link back up to the public, so if you're not in the Telegram, the link is in the description of the video and in my bio again. I expect to see concrete proof of everyone having gone and shilled some DeSci projects to their family here on Thanksgiving. You're going to be talking about crypto anyways. Somebody is bound to ask you, considering how high Bitcoin is and how high everything is. Somebody's bound to ask you how your little crypto coins are going. You're going to be like, they're actually going amazing, and you guys should pay attention to this new category called decentralized science because it's a pretty novel idea and there's a lot of potential here. Each one of you must shill decentralized science to family today. Bullish. My dad fudding crypto at Thanksgiving. Me opening my Phantom wallet. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, you're good, Jimbo. You are good. For the KYC on Poseidon DAO, do you need a VPN or something like that? Because IK, some presales have that issue. Maybe. Potentially. A KYC, like VPN for KYC doesn't do anything. Like you actually are going to have to put in your face. You son of a bitch. Not you guys. A certain someone who's lurking in the shadows right now on the live stream. You rat bastard. Happy Thanksgiving though. Telegram Shillers link. Photon VPN free. Yeah, let's go. Got 95 viewers on the live stream. This is good. This is good. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm only gonna be live for like half an hour, not the full hour, because it's gonna be quick. We got to get back to mimosas and pigs in a blanket. But is there Telegram link doesn't work on my end? That's probably why no one's joining anymore. We'll invite people. No, it works. It works. Is this not the same Telegram link? Control V. I'll put in the X chat as well. Yeah, so ETF for the DeSci space. No, there is not. However, there is something pretty close to an ETF. Not for the whole DeSci space, but for a good chunk of it. Did I just see Lucas with something that looked... No, okay, I thought he was posting about the live stream. Oh, that's sad. That is super sad. Don't be the turkey. What was he saying? Oh, Bio. Bio Protocol is kind of acting like an index fund for a good chunk of the DeSci projects. So let's go ahead and take a look at Bio Protocol, give you guys an idea of what is going on with it. Join the Genesis auction. No, we'll go to the website. So Bio Protocol is Y Combinator for a series of biotech DAOs. And so you see CryoDAO, Valley DAO, Cerebrum DAO, Psi DAO, Vita DAO, Athena DAO, Hair DAO, Grow DAO. These are all DAOs that have been launched from Bio Protocol. They have a series of extra DAOs that they'll be launching as well. And Bio Protocol just did a raise where they raised $33 million to create a DAO for the DAOs, DAOception. However, it is acting like an index fund for all of the DAOs that they're creating and Research Coin. Funny enough, Research Coin was included in it, which is why I feel comfortable saying it's like an index fund for the DeSci space. Because a lot of the heavy hitters in the space are on this list, on this scroll wheel. Oh, here's the three more that they have. Here are the live ones. Cool. And they have three more. Curetopia for rare diseases, Quantum Biology DAO, and Long COVID Labs. And then they'll be doing even more and even more. So there's 7 bio DAOs so far. They've raised $16 million for research, and they have deployed $7 million of that money. So pretty novel idea here. It makes it easier for me because I'm bullish on all of these DAOs here. Cerebrum, Psi, Cryo, Athena, Valley, Hair, Vita. I'm bullish on all of those. So rather than having to say that every time someone says, what are you bullish on? I can just say I'm bullish on Bio. And then I put all of my money from these into the Bio presale. Beagle AI, GM. If this is the SPX 6900 narrative, or is it two different narratives? Jimbo, you are too in the meme coin trenches, my guy. We are not talking about meme coins. We are talking about decentralized science. Let him know. Everyone in the chat, let Jimbo know. Is this the SPX 6900 narrative, or what is Bio? Everyone in the chat, let Jimbo know what you want to let him know about this. Happy Thanksgiving from Pump.Science. We have our own little meme coin mascots, kind of, but it is Pump.Science. SPX is FUD. Jimbo, DeSci or die. You are now initiated into the cult by becoming a live stream viewer and contributing to the chat. You have now been sucked into the cult of those investors, of DeSci Shillers. There is no escaping. You must assimilate or you're not going to make it. That's the only way to go. That's the only way to go. We got Musul in here, shilling turkey, trenches, bruh. Bio is like the DeSci index fund. Exactly. It's going to launch at like $140 million market cap. So it's going to boost the entire indice up pretty dramatically. Like we'll see a good 10-15% pump the day that it launches. Low key, same thing when Psi goes live. I think Psi DAO is going to be going crazy. I think if we go look, Poseidon DAO, not Psi DAO, but if we go look at Wellshare, it's a very similar story, only Wellshare launched before all of the hype for DeSci. This chart looks beautiful. Wellshare launched before all the hype for DeSci happened. Poseidon DAO is launching after all the hype for DeSci happens. So I'm assuming a fairly similar valuation once they go live. The pre-sale is happening at like a $600,000 market cap though. And so, yeah, pretty crazy. 6 million FDV. So seeing it go up potentially like a 20x off rip. Slim Jim John. Oh my God. We don't have to. All right, Mark. No. Enough of that, mods. I need the Grat Trunkers to get out of here. Get out. None of that here. Mods. Follow that investor on X. He posted his top 5 DeSci projects. If it has to do with science, Patrick is on top of it. If we don't really look at the meme side in here, hell yeah, MK. Thank you for that. And Dawn for timing out Mark McFadden. Hell yeah. Mods, get him out of here. Is Cerebrum DAO good? I like Cerebrum DAO. They got some pretty intriguing things cooking on their end. Some actually very intriguing things. They got a brain health app, which is coming. Neuron. $10 million market cap is pretty small. That whole bio protocol pump that happened. A lot of what's going on right now is just a little bit of a pullback in the broader market as money cycles from narrative to narrative. So money got flushed into DeSci, and then everyone was like, oh wait, maybe utility coins are kind of cool again. And then they started rotating into some of the other legacy coins and some of the other narratives for a minute. They'll be back into DeSci. And honestly, Bitcoin chopping around here, maybe slow climbing up to like 120,000 over the next 2 months would be the most bullish thing that could happen. Bitcoin going straight up is fun to look at, but if we could see kind of this type of a pattern play out, I think it'd be crazy bullish. Maybe, no, I don't like that one actually. If we could see this kind of a pattern play out. Let's bring it on over. Yeah, if we saw that, that would be crazy, crazy bullish. The initial spike and then some choppiness and then another leg up and then chopping sideways, but marginally up for a little while. Because then what we're going to see hopefully is dominance continue to fall and then our altcoins going crazy. Money rotating back into decentralized science as some people made a crap ton of money and decided to take a little bit of profits, which caused blue chip projects in the space of decentralized science to go down like 60%. That's a pretty substantial drop, guys. It went to $1.30 and then fell down 59, 58%. That's pretty crazy, but that is a gorgeous buying opportunity, in my humbled opinion. Probably the last one we'll see for Research Hub as it heads all the way up to $20,000. I'm just kidding. Can anyone launch one? Can you give a little walkthrough on what pump science is? Is it projects or memes? That's a good question, Scott. Thank you. I appreciate you asking that question. Yes, I will give a brief rundown on pump science. I have a pretty good video on it on my page. You just have to scroll for a little bit. And it's actually probably too far down in order to see it. 134,000 views, bullish. But I'll give a brief rundown on pump science and where it's at. So they have a list of molecules which they have already predetermined to launch. It's probably not going to launch until January, the next 10 to 20 molecules, but we'll take Riff and Euro as an example to walk through. So they list a molecule. In Riff's example, it is to study the effects of longevity on first worms, then flies, then mice, and then if it goes far enough, humans, and then on top of that, after that, they could potentially make it into a supplement for people to take and actually build a company behind the molecule Riff. Now, Riff is unique. It's an antibiotic, and so they can't actually do that part of it, but that's the idea for all the molecules. And then the money that they made from selling that supplement would go into buying back and burning some of the token supply. Now, what makes this unique is, and I'm sure you're wondering, where do they get the money to fund the experiments with these flies and everything? And how is this even happening? Well, they launch on Pump Fund. You can actually trade the token on Pump Fund, but they launch through Pump Science, which is literally just using Pump Fund. They immediately, in the same transaction that they create the token, they snipe $5,500 worth of the token. And then when it reaches certain market caps, they sell off a little chunk of it. And they use that money to fund the experiment in a lab called Tracked Bio. And it's automated. So the worm experiment, we're on the fly experiment, and it's honestly almost over. The fly experiment is almost over. They'll be dying in the next week or so. But the worm experiment, they funded it, and it's automated. So there's no human intervention with it. It's just the whole thing is done by machines, which is pretty cool. And then they just track all the data about the flies to see, like in this example, Riff, unfortunately, the compound is actually making the flies slower, which is pretty interesting. The ones that didn't have the compound are more energetic, but maybe that is them using up their life. Like by making them slower, maybe they live longer, you know? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. The distance the flies are flying, though, is better overall than the control group. They're actually flying more than the control group, which is pretty cool to see. So it's just data. And then, yeah, at a $69,000 market cap, they sell off a little bit to fund the worm experiment. And then at like $4 million market cap or something, $2 million market cap, they sell off some to do the fly experiment, $10 million to do the mouse experiment, and so on and so forth. And so they're kind of memes because they're like just weird little drugs and they're trading like memes. And on the same hand, they're not memes because there's actual stuff that's going on behind the scenes with it. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, they're actual science projects with a slight meme favor. So the tokens are experiments with that molecule. Yeah, the token is intellectual property. So by buying the token, you're actually buying ownership over the IP behind rifampicin. You get it? It's real world assets. This is a real world asset tokenized on the blockchain, funding science experiments with it. That's why DeSci, I'm saying decentralized science is an umbrella for all other narratives. It's like decentralized science is taking real world assets. It's taking decentralized physical infrastructure, a lab, literally. They're taking decentralized finance. It's taking all of the different games, all of the different sections of crypto and merging them into one. It's even with Noble Blocks. Noble Blocks is taking decentralized gaming and merging it into funding science. So it's literally decentralized science is using every previous category or narrative within crypto to create one mega use case. It is very, very bullish what's happening with it, in my humble opinion. I'm peeing watching this if anyone cares. Okay, well, thanks, Don. Appreciate that. Makes sense. Why is everyone peeing while watching the live stream? That's kind of sus. Hell yeah. I hope you're watching near toilet then. Oh my god. You guys are too much. Too much. Happy Easter from Joe Biden. Facts. This is Aaron. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And pretty much everything that we're paying attention to is starting to show signs of life. Even ICP. ICP, I've talked about it a lot. A lot of people hate on ICP. It's having its little pump. And ultimately, the case for ICP, for anyone who cares, I know we talk about DeSci all the time. The case for ICP is not that it becomes one of the biggest cryptos in the entire industry. It's not. The case for ICP is that they don't have decentralized finance, and this cycle they're getting it, and they're building it out. And the market caps of a lot of the leading DeFi projects on ICP, despite ICP being 5.5 billion, the market cap, because they're also brand new, is anywhere from like $250,000 upwards of like $20 million. And so the potential for growth for them is astronomical, which is why I am so bullish on ICP. But more importantly, the beta plays on top of ICP, like KongSwap here. KongSwap is already at a $20 million valuation. It went all the way up to 26 million. We got in, if anyone did the SNS sale with me, we got in at a 10 million. So we've already doubled our money, and it's been less than a month. It's bullish. Happy tea giving future Dynex whales. You're damn right. You are damn right. Dynex, baby. Dynex. Okay, all right. So the chat has seemed to degraded a little bit. I finished my mimosa before I went live, which means it's time to go get another mimosa. I hope everyone has a fantastic Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. If you're not in the United States, make sure you eat a little extra food for yourself. Yeah, your time's your most valuable asset. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Make sure you're shilling DeSci in real life today. It's a golden opportunity to onboard the next 1 million users. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's live stream, the Black Friday live stream. Hopefully we don't get too much of a fire sale. I would like us to just continue hanging strong here. All right, goodbye, DGens.